Hello, this is Mrs. Russo, and I'm going to teach you how to paraphrase using T-charts. So recently, students have been assigned a Civil War topic to write a two-paragraph biography. The most important part of this first text report that they're going to create is that it's the research process. It's finding a resource, documenting that they have the resource, and then work on the part of taking someone else's words and transforming it into their own. So today was the first day that we've actually started to work on the whole paraphrasing part of it. So what they've been working on is a T-chart. So we clearly see that they've made a T. At the top of the T, they put their resource, which the student used a Jefferson Davis book that was checked out of the school library. They documented what page they found the fact in, and the fact that they found was Jefferson Davis spent the dreary morning on February 22nd, 1862, preparing his inauguration as President of the Confederate States of America. The first thing I asked the kids is, does this answer one of the facts on the checklist? Is this their birth or death date? Is this their parents' names, spouses, siblings, occupations? Yes, because he later became the president, so that was a job. That also could go down towards their impact would be significance to the war. So this can actually be used in, I would probably recommend the second paragraph of their impact on the Civil War. Now, the first thing that we did was we talked about what in this passage seems important. Because to be honest, I don't see Billy coming up in here and reading to you all, Jefferson Davis spent the dreary morning on February 22nd preparing his inauguration. I'm sorry, we don't use the word dreary in 4th grade. We don't use inauguration, and they probably don't even know what inauguration means. So the first thing that I have them do is to go through and help me find important facts. A clue that I give them is to try to select dates. So February 22nd, 1862. And I asked them, can we say that in a different way or paraphrase it or find synonyms of it? No, it's a date. You can't change a date. And then they also picked Jefferson Davis is important. Well, we're not talking about Pickles the pony. We're talking about Jefferson Davis. Can we rephrase this or put synonyms in its place? No. And then I talked about other proper nouns. So what other words in this are capitalized that are important? They pulled out President of the Confederate States of America. And that's important. So we're going to take these 3 highlights and write something that sounds like something a 4th grader would say. So, for instance, when we worked on this earlier today, they said on February 22nd, 1862, Jefferson Davis, and I went and looked in the dictionary what inauguration was. If they don't know a word, they shouldn't use it because they won't know, and if they don't know it, their classmates will probably not know it. So we looked up what that word meant and found out that they became president. So we put that, became president, and we copied all of that down. President of the... I went ahead and finished the text so you don't see me writing it. But on February 22nd, 1862, Jefferson Davis became President of the Confederate States of America. That sounds like something a 4th grader would say and something a 4th grader would write. So the next fact that I got from a student was they used an internet resource, biography.com, which they still need to put at the top. We did the same process again. We went through and we highlighted John Brown. There was lots of proper nouns in this. And we're like, anything else? I'm like, oh, I think age of 16 would be important. Well, then we went and talked about, okay, Plainsfield, Massachusetts. A lot of students wanted to start at the age. And I go, well, if you can reorder the way that they are listed, maybe that will help. And we talked about what enrolled meant. Yes, I would love for them to use the word enrolled in their speech and in their writing, but however, it's not a 4th grade word. So we found out that that means they went to college. So we did a little digging. We looked in the dictionary. So then we came up with when John Brown was 16. And then we talked about what these are, and they found out, oh, they're colleges. So, went to college. simple sentence come out in a more complex text that's higher level than where they're at. I said if they wanted to use proprietor program, they can go and research what that is. They can add it. When John Brown was 16, he went to college and went into a proprietor program, which is and add a context clue of what it is. Because if they don't know it and they say it, they're not teaching the class anything about their person. But you can go the extra mile and add context clues if you really think that you would want the class to know what that proprietor program was. What is it, whittling wood, or is it that they became a war program? I don't even know what it is, but it's important for them to know what they're saying and understand what they're meaning, as well as they need to then convince the class of those same things. So if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. I just hope this helps with them paraphrasing at home. Thanks.